Good morning, fam. It's good to see you guys. Unfortunately, our guest is not here at this time. Hopefully, he will show up at an appropriate time where we're still broadcasting. But in the meantime, you get to watch me sip coffee from my Hello Kitty cup. That's hot. That's real hot. So in the meantime, any of you regular crew that don't want to be stuck in plebdom, you guys can go ahead and come on stream for now. I'll kick you off when the time is appropriate. Somewhere. Hey, Papa B.
How you doing? It's so great to see you non-thumbnail version.
I know, that was really strange because I'd hit go live on my end a long time ago and it was for some reason not broadcasting.
Huh. Interesting. I've hit an interesting snag in my Alaskan prepping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I got the first wrong thumbnail, the fingerprint rather, for the update for a Trezor for the firmware did not match that on your device. And what happens when you get that? What do you do
on a Trezor?
On a Trezor, when you're updating the firmware for the first time and you don't get the fingerprints don't match the one that appears on the device and the one that appears on the screen when you're about to download it.
I've never set up a Trezor, only ledgers, so you'll have to tell me.
The answer is you abort.
Okay.
So I'm doing a full reinstall of all the necessary components. I'm tracing back what the possibility could be in the unsecure exchange of information from the laptop to the device, and we'll see if we can get to go. Otherwise, I'll have to also put this one off. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. Joe LDA. I'm thinking that's XO Joe here, Mr. Joe Exotic. Fingerprints match the grapes or not?
Well done.
So I was watching Bitfinesse. I didn't quite get there yet, but I heard there was a lot of controversy yesterday on BitBoy's show. And he said, Bitfinesse says, if Richard wants to commit violent thrashings like he did on BitBoy, he could at least ask to borrow a gun. It'd be less of a mess, but it wouldn't be as fun. I'm going to watch that massacre all week. So all I saw was the top comment in there. I was like, oh, this is going to be good at some point in time. The top comment in there is on BitBoy's video was Aaron handled that like a gentleman. So I was like, oh no, there's going to be some drama.
KNTX, I have two comments to make on this. I mean, I like every blue-blooded Hexican, I absolutely loved seeing Richard on screen with those people.
Yeah.
But if there's any tiny criticism, it would be that he owned it a little bit too much. He didn't obey their little childish rules. Although we in the chat were giving him +1s, they didn't give
him. I know. I was looking at the live chat. I'm like, dude, he should have like 500 points already.
Yes.
They'll only allow him to have more than 3 than everyone else at any given time.
I know. It's funny. But the other thing I wanted to say is, as an active participant, I encourage everybody in the Pulse chat, the voice chat on the Telegram channel. I have noticed as of today, no less than 10 new people coming in to understand a little bit more about Pulse and Hex just from that show today. And I think that's awesome. That's awesome. Just the first day, at least 10 new people coming in that I noticed, right? So there could have been a lot more. And as a note to everybody that does participate, be kind.
Yes.
Watch out the thrashing and the hoo-ha in terms of saying this and that about BitBoy and company.
Here's a good time. Here's a good time to say this. And I've been meaning to say it for a while because I've got some guys that want to come in with some big money. And, compared to some people in the space, couple $100K isn't a big money. But for most of the people out there, most regular people, a couple $100K is a lot of money. And all they see when they see our community is, man, all they do is just bash other communities. I'm like, I get it. There is a way, guys, to show that a product is best without explaining that it's better than all the other shit out there. So if we can start taking that approach as a community, we know this is the best product out there. Heads up, we know that. Hands down, Whales Only will tell you if you don't know that. So Whales Only, I was just staring at your comment right when I said that. That's why I pulled you out specifically. But I mean, This literally is the product of a lifetime that is going to change so many people's futures. We need to, at this point in time, we've already proved it's not a scam. We've been around long enough. It's no doubt that it's not a scam now. It's getting some regular views on bigger shows now. So people are not afraid to talk about it in the way of being a legit product anymore. We do need to stop. I'm not saying stop defending ourselves, because they made us this way with all the you scammers and you plebs getting ripped off. And I can't believe all you shit cult members. You guys made us this way on Twitter, guys. So the rest of the crypto community, if you don't like how hard-headed and badass and alpha male we are and alpha female we are, that's too bad. You made us this way. We were never going to come at people hard like this. But for those who are here to see this product and to learn about it, we got to have open arms to these people. We don't need to talk bad or talk down to their bags. They'll see that for themselves when they're not getting paid trustless interest on their other bags. They'll come around. We just need to be very open and inviting to these newcomers that have come in. I mean, look at BitBoy's show alone was 66,000 views as of up to date. It might even be more than that now, because when I started it last night before I fell asleep, that's when it locked in that 66K. So there's probably 80,000 views maybe at this point in time that have seen that. 80,000 people bringing $1,000 a piece. That's $80 million, guys. So I think we might want that in our coin. We want that valuation going into Uniswap market buying. Hey guys.
Hello.
Whatever Kinetic said,
I agree.
Think you are all a bunch of plebs. The people in chat are below us. I have ascended into the stream again. Hi.
And whatever Papa B said.
Who is that?
Whatever Papa B said.
Yeah.
What about
yes?
I agree partially.
Oh, thank you, Peter. I love you too.
Well, guys, thanks for joining me. I don't know. So Alaskan Prepper's become a friend of the show. He's thanks to Crypto King. He's a good dude. And Crypto King has done a lot to get to have him have some discourse in the background with us. We were supposed to do a tutorial today. He is truly living the Alaskan prepper lifestyle that is not centered or based on technology, because he doesn't even use Telegram. So we're not even sure if he's getting our emails or what the deal is. So email is the only way we have to reach out to him. So I might have to go back after the fact and just change the title of this video, and then we'll try to get together at some point in time with him and get that done on. It's so early in the morning for him. I was surprised he agreed for this time slot anyway. I wonder if he didn't see the AM versus PM and thought, oh yeah, it'll be like 5 o'clock my time.
Like they say, you gotta prep early in the morning if you're gonna prep in Alaska. The prepper.
Is that what
I
they
don't
say?
think anyone said that.
And how many little Jewish guys prep in Alaska?
Passed away a while ago. Yeah,
just made that up.
Isn't living in Alaska already prepping just in general? You're kind of surviving there, right?
Yeah.
It's like the last frontier other than Antarctica, but nobody wants to live there. Well, maybe the Vikings do. So I said it before, bees don't waste their time explaining to flies that honey is better than shit. It's not your job to convince everyone your way is right. Lead by example and others will follow. Hex. That's right. I like that. That's really good, Dan. Daraj says toxic hexculinity.
We are
and I get it, dude. We are battle hardened in this community. Like, we are ready to go to blows with anyone on Twitter. I'm ready to go to blows with anyone in the Octagon. I know there's a few other members of this community that are too. If we have to take this to the airsoft rifle tournament, then Peter's ready to go.
Yes, Peter. Yes, please.
No, and boxing at the same time.
Right.
I would take on Kinetics in the Octagon.
One boxing glove and one airsoft rifle at the same time.
That's right.
Yeah, that works.
That's nice.
I'm just fine with the boxing gloves.
I love it. Yeah. Peter and I were talking about that. I like to practice Kali, Filipino martial art. very, very effective. They had to pretend it was a dance so that the Spanish would allow them to do it, and they were taking on conquistadors with freaking full body armor. So it's very effective. But boxing's all right too. No, I'm just kidding. No, Peter and I were talking about what a great exercise martial arts can be, and so he does. It's a great especially boxing is a great cardio.
Yeah, and your feet will hurt from all the
Your feet will
moving,
hurt.
jumping.
Yeah. For me, running away from people who
will hurt,
box is great cardio.
I mean, that's the peak of martial arts. It's to not get into conflict.
Yep. Yeah.
And even if someone has a gun, if you run far enough, then you're safe.
Yep. For
I
my martial
always
art,
carry a steel umbrella with me. So every time someone
steel
points a gun
umbrella.
at me, I'm like, no, you don't. And I have an umbrella, and I just block all the bullets.
Straight
Kind of like the-
like Penguin, like from
Kind of like the shield
Batman.
of Captain American, but then an umbrella.
Markable. Did you have some mushrooms when you watched Batman last?
No, but I
You
just
fell
bought
asleep
my
and you just woke up
mushroom
about 10
growing
minutes
kit,
ago?
which
Oh.
is interesting.
Right. And then I have this like suit of armor in the guise of a three-piece suit and a top hat, and I go wah, wah, and I spin the umbrella.
Yeah. That just takes me back to my Michael Keaton Batman days, man.
Michael Keaton. I was in high school when this came out.
You guys
Oh,
are
really?
so old.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was the second one. So no, I was out of high school. Yeah. All right. The first one though, definitely, and like that was it. With anyway,
What, the first Batman?
the first new Batman movie.
That was
thing.
in 1989.
Exactly.
89.
Yep. I'm old.
Yeah.
Kinetics. I've
The
got
good old
everything
days.
ready and prepped with this. I think for later
Okay.
on in the show.
Okay. We'll see if
We'll see
maybe
if it
we'll
works.
do it anyway. Yeah.
It could screw.
By
It could screw
by the
up.
way, Papa B, you maybe know this.
Hey, look at that!
Got the
Peter has
titanium.
got
Hey, that's a
his-
titanium scrap, isn't it?
It
I
is.
saw some markings on the
commercially
back
pure.
that looks Hebrew.
Yeah, cool. Commercially pure Hebrew embossed,
Yeah.
military grade titanium 1 millimeter thick, credit card size units.
Yep, that's awesome.
And Markable.
it's
Who
not
else has
magnetic.
that?
So,
Not
for
magnetic,
those who
there you
didn't
go.
catch, for those of you who didn't catch the Hexasian security stream, he's talking about that's how you engrave, and you do an actual indentation engrave, not a punch engrave, right? Because
Yep.
then you don't have to worry about the punch wearing out over time. And that's how you save your seed phrase. And you can use the Shamir method with doing 2/3 of the words on one, and then doing 3 different plates. So you have to have 2 of the 3 plates to be able to restore your
You
keys
can do
in.
that, and you can even go really super crazy and devise your own cipher on the side on top of the Shamir secret sharing. There's no way on earth anyone other than getting you in a wrench attack is going to be able to break that. So
Gotcha.
enjoy.
And
I
get
forget it
yourself
myself, so I
an
don't want to do
umbrella
that.
as well. Titanium umbrella.
So, ISO Serenity, no, I am not prior service. I tried. I got kicked out because I was partying right before I went to. Actually, I went to MEPS. Everything went well, and I got caught partying right before I went to boot camp. So, no, I got kicked out. It's funny how the world works, though, and how the Lord works, because it ended up being a blessing for me. I actually had my dream job as a crew chief on Chinook helicopters, because I scored like a 92. I did score a 92 on my ASVAB and passed all the physicals with flying color, had some college behind my belt, was going to go in as an E4 actually as a crew chief on Chinook helicopters in a new unit in Colorado with the National Guard that my sister's best husband at the time's best friend was already a warrant officer, and he was going to write me after I got out of AIT. He was going to write me a letter of recommendation for flight school. So I had fast track to becoming a helicopter pilot, and I screwed it up. So yeah,
Oh,
I screwed it up, but it ended up being a good thing because then I ended up going into insurance and building a multi-million-dollar agency. So it worked out well.
see, Harrison Ford got his his pilot's license for helicopter, and he became a cool movie star that can crack a whip and get
That's
all
right.
the females he ever wanted, including Carrie Fisher.
Kinetics is the ultimate rugger because I rug pulled you. Is that why?
You
I don't know.
grappled yourself.
And then Guy said he backs up the paper umbrellas. That's why.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Love it.
I get that.
You know what? Hex 101, at some point, I might do at least some basic stuff for people to learn how to protect themselves. So I study self-defense, not competitive martial arts, because in the real world, it's not one-on-one mono in a nice padded ring. It's gravel and glass on the ground and whatever you can grab in an alley. So that's what I study. What's that?
No gloves.
No gloves, definitely not. That's why you want to break the tool you can pick up, whatever that may be, instead of breaking your fist, because boxer's breaks are very, very common.
Hex is cool.
I like Hex.
I do too. In fact, actually, I was talking to the guy that I train with on Saturdays. There's two guys I train with, and my kids are learning self-defense from them. And I try to step back because Dad doesn't know anything. You know, it's one of those things. Like if you've ever had kids, you'll know no matter how good you are. Even Mary Lou Retton was trying to train her daughter for the Olympics team, and she was like, "Mom, you don't know anything." It's like, yeah, no, I only have 5 gold medals, but I don't know anything. So I learned from my dad at a very early age. Because I started skiing when I was real young. I said, "Dad, you're better than my instructors. Why don't you teach me?" And he says, "Oh, no. I learned from my dad a long time ago that I will put you in a course where you will listen to the instructor, and then you and I can have a great relationship, and we don't have to argue and fight about you not listening to me." So,
That's smart.
Yes. So I don't coach my kids in baseball. My kids look up to their coaches, and they love them to death. And their gymnastics coaches, everything else. Like Dad doesn't know anything, but they do, and they'll listen to them, and it keeps our happy little family sane and good to go. But anyway, going back to their coaches for self-defense, I told them, I said, "Man, at some point I'm probably just going to ditch the agency." I mean, we've got it's years from now, but I would love to be able to just go study like 2-3 days a week, go practice instead of just one Saturday. And Donald Brandt, Krav Maga is really good, but even they've become so stuck in their ways that, that's not traditional Krav Maga. Well, Krav Maga wasn't traditional in the first place. It was gold nuggets from all different martial arts. And then all of a sudden now they've got this only one way to do it. So yeah, there's a lot of redemptive qualities to Krav Maga, but it's not the end all be all.
Hex is
I'll
cool.
tell you, what's that?
Hex is cool.
Especially if you like Krav Maga and martial arts, and now you don't have to go to a job and you can study it all day long because Hex gave you financial freedom and Hello Kitty cups.
Right on.
Benny Bills has a comment.
He does? No, not that guy.
I train staking constantly. My form is FOMA.
I like that.
Well
I
done.
like it.
I mean, not selling is a job. It's really hard sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
No.
it's definitely not.
Oh, Markable put up a link to that amazing article in The Sun, which we should definitely highlight.
Yes.
This is really
there's
big
several
stuff.
people We're talking about this.
Big stuff.
And Richard just tweeted another article that I'm reading right now, but I don't know if it's any good. Tech Times.
What was the other one? Because there was another
Yeah,
not
he just
well
tweeted
known.
one.
What's that?
Richard just tweeted another article from Tech Times. Wait up.
Yes, Tech Times. That's the one that I saw. Tech Times is the one that I saw. So,
Where would you be without me? This stream would be nothing without
God,
me.
I know. Thank God. Thank you for saving the quality of this stream and not letting me ramble about martial arts all day.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man.
Look at that.
So yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
what is Hex and why is the price going up? Because
My
it's
goodness.
designed to do that.
This is
So
awesome.
this is the biggest newspaper in England, right?
Is it? I have no idea.
It says
That's what I
US, so I
heard, but-
imagine that's the US feed,
The
right?
Sun, a news UK company. So this must be the US version
Well,
of it.
Richard tweeted out the UK's biggest newspaper, so I'm guessing it's the biggest
Yeah.
newspaper in the UK.
Yeah,
I thought the Guardian was the biggest for tech, but I guess the Sun is the biggest all around.
Could be.
yeah, but that's the US Sun.
Fair
So
enough.
here's
It's getting
the-
its feed from the UK version, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hope
It's not-
so.
People are starting to say Sun is huge, high traffic. Thank you, Shape Crypto, for that confirmation. It is. It's nothing to sneeze at.
I love this. Unexpected cryptocurrency finally bullish in 30-day percentage. Hex remains at the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I like this, man. This is great.
Top. Well, can you scroll down to the top 10? It says
No.
top 10.
No.
No. Okay. I got to
I
read
can't
this
do
for
it.
myself.
No, I can't do it because what if an ad pops up that's in my geographic location and I just doxed where I live?
Right on.
Colorado.
Exactly.
But
It says, "Do you
The
need a
security
double-ended
stream.
dildo? Well, come to Luke's House of Porn."
Yeah, you guys aren't supposed to look at what I Google when I'm not on stream.
Exactly.
Thank you, KDM, for the $5. Real self-defense. Sunny Puzikas. I will actually check that out. That name doesn't come to the top of my mind right away. Tony Blower out of the UK is actually another one that's advanced combat tactics. That guy's amazing too. I could go through a whole list of where you can get some gold nuggets for that. If anyone's interested, hit me up and I'll get you guys some names and some resources. But most people don't like getting punched in the face and come back the next week for more. So
Oh, no?
I, for
Yeah.
one, do not.
yes,
Weird.
I get it. I'm just worried about the damage to the cranium long term. That's all I worry about.
Sorry, what did you say? You're repeating yourself. Kind of slurred as well.
Punch drunk over here, bro. Punch
Oh, yeah.
drunk.
Yeah.
and
Oh
So
my
Shape
goodness.
Crypto says it's the biggest audience, definitely in UK.
A tabloid rag, but huge audience. Hey, you know
Take
what?
it.
That might be the best place to put it. 'Cause
Right.
there might be a lot of degenerates willing to gamble on crypto, period.
We got to save the plebs.
Oh, Sony's a Sistema guy. Okay, that's cool. I'll definitely be checking him out. So I'll tell you, the Russians have some pretty badass fighting tactics too.
yeah, Systema, it's interesting. And by the way, did any of you guys see? Because one time Richard was mentioning that in the US, people are getting like direct mail of Hex.
Yeah.
Some
I wonder what
surprises.
city.
I
wonder what
haven't seen
cities are
any
being
photos of that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I've
haven't
seen
either.
like 2 or 3. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
There's a letter in the middle.
can
But,
you share?
but it works because that stuff like that never happens anymore, right? So then you pay attention.
It's real big in. So I've been a real estate investor for some years now, and I almost started a side business doing wholesaling, but it's just not a huge geographic region in my area or demographic here in my area. But mail. So if any of you guys need to make some extra money before Pulse, it may be a little too late to use this method, but if you guys want to build your wealth doing something with real estate, one way you can do it is through wholesaling. You scrub the county assessor's office of all the all the mailing addresses that don't match the location address of the property. You can send them so that they're not residents of that location. You can send them direct mailers, and it's very popular to still send direct mailers to people saying, "Hey, if you're sick of being a landlord, hit us up and we'll pay you top dollar for your house." And then you on the back end have investors that have cash ready to go, and you get paid. Say, if you have an assignable contract, so you put the house under contract with an exit clause if you can't get it sold to an investor, and you've got 90 days to sell or close this contract, you can sell it to other real estate professional or investors that have cash on the sidelines, and because it's an assignable contract, as long as you make sure that it is. And then you can sell it for 5-10K per deal. So you send out a bunch of flyers, takes a little bit of time, takes a little bit of money, but you get some responses back as long as you have an investor pool that's willing to buy those houses from you, man. It's pretty easy to make 20, 30, 40 grand a month just doing wholesaling with real estate. So
It's pretty cool.
that's true. That's true, Wills. There are a lot of other ways outside of direct mailers. That just happens to be the most popular one. Oh,
You actually have to work for your money?
yes, I know. Or you can just buy Hex and stake it.
I like t-shirts.
Hey, Whales only. Would you rather wholesale or stake Hex?
I think he's a wholesale guy.
I think he's a wholesale guy too. That's the gist I get. I
It
don't.
sounds like
He
it.
never talks about Hex being a money printer or how it's just the only place that real money can go.
I honestly
never
don't
talks
think
about
he
those
really
things.
understands Hex.
No, I don't think so either.
Maybe we should get
No
him on
understanding.
and teach him some things.
Absolutely. Let me show him some charts I've seen on this Quant Gang show. Let me see if we can change his mind. Dude, Wales only has a standing invite. He can come anytime he wants. So all he has to do is hit me up and say link. And he doesn't have to say any other words, just link. That's all these
Well,
guys
you
do.
can even get on and then just go to sleep. Like your snoring is fine.
Hey everybody, this is Wales only right here. My voice has changed.
Oh yeah.
It sounds a lot like Papa B. Come on.
No, I'm Wales
No.
only.
Is that Holodog?
Hey, this is Hodl Dog. How are you doing over there in my crypto journey?
My crypto journey. I love it. You
Today's
do it so
price
well.
closed.
Your
You do
today's yield was
impressions.
only.
I will say Pop B's great with the impressions. He does a Peter really well. He does a Hodl Dog really well. He does a Dr. Daraj Moore golden microphone really well.
Oh,
He's
not holding the golden microphone.
yeah. I haven't heard Papa B's markable thoughts yet, but
Oh, yes, you have. Actually, you've never heard my real voice. I'm actually doing this neighbor of mine right now.
Yeah.
I'm a variable
Fooling
cornucopia
us
of.
all. Come on.
Yes. So I've had a catastrophic meltdown right now with my PC, but I know exactly why. It's an overheating issue. I'm now coming to you just by audio only, and this may put the kibosh on my demonstration for today. I'm going to see how it goes, and then give it another 15 minutes, and then maybe we can try again.
okay.
Look how much we trust you, Chad. We
Just
even
Papa
put
B,
a
take a fan.
streaming link in the
Take a
chat.
fan.
I did.
Put it
I
next
did.
to the
That's
computer.
how much we trust the people watching.
For the most part, absolutely.
How funny would it be if now all of a sudden Richard comes on?
Oh, that'd be hilarious. You sounded more like a manatee than a whale, Hex in Effect says Papa B.
Oh, thank you.
Mark
At least there's a
Alexander says
man in
markable
manatee.
thoughts come back to plebdom.
No,
Donald Brent,
I will
have
never.
we sent Biddy Boy an invite to come on Discourse Syndicate? Well, he has pretty much an open invite. Nerd Girl has, and RG and I have let him know by all means. Yeah, he's welcome to come on if he wants to come on. I mean, this is a community show. This is for all of you guys. You guys have to prove to us that you're too degenerate for even this show for us to kick you off. But
Hey, if BitBoy comes on here, do we have to scram, or can we actually be in the bask in the glory that is BitBoy with him live on the air?
do you want to be on the air with BitBoy? Do you want it for your
Yeah.
resume? Because you can be on the air with him. I don't
I
care.
want to be there, of course. Do you guys want to be there? I want to be there.
I like the stream that just happened. Yes.
Yeah, around the
It's
blockchain.
Yeah, and you just noticed that there's a different switch in the sentiment around Richard and just the narrative of X. Like first it was X, nah, it's a scam. We're not going to talk about it, and now it's like people say it's a scam.
Yeah,
Let's talk about it. Yeah,
let's talk about it.
it's way better now, and it's also I think a lot has to do with Pulse coming up because there's no way you can ignore that. There's no way.
I want to throw this out there right now. That guy from DAP University, I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Well, he gave himself the
Wasn't his
name
name
Deb,
Deb?
so let's just call him Deb.
We'll just give him DAP. DAP University, that guy is a smart developer. I've been watching him since 2017. Very rarely do I watch, because some of the stuff he talks about is so high level. Like, he was showing how to do flash loans and yield farming and like sucking liquidity out of. He took that video down, so someone didn't want him having that video up. I wonder if someone paid him to take that video down. But he was creating his own bots on how to do flash loans, and he was profiting big from it. And I really like that guy because he's straight from a tech side, straight from like, here's the technology, let's make it better. And I really like that guy. I think he's a quality stand-up dude. Wales, it's good to see you, brother.
Yo, what's going on, man? Glad to be here. I'm a longtime fan, so definitely happy to be on.
Don't lie to me.
This is the first clap that we have in stream.
You lied to me again, and you're wrong now.
No, seriously, man. Seriously, dude. I always watch the show. Rarely ever do I miss one. I missed them on Tuesday because some fuckers from work called me.
Oh, so, gotcha.
Yeah.
No, you're always in the comments, and we always appreciate you, man. I am. If there's one thing that I'm disappointed about not going to Las Vegas, was you and like a handful of people that can fit on one hand that I really wish I would have met. So
it was a good time, man. It was a good time.
I hear it was. And so, I hear you're talking to RG. He goes, he's more of a stand-up guy than I thought he was after talking to him on stream. And so that goes a long way in my book.
Glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear that. Just, keeping it funky, man. There's too much bullshit going on out there, and I think we got enough of that.
I agree. I agree.
It's bad enough the whole crypto space is permeated in that nonsense. So,
yeah. And no one has fun. I don't understand that.
No one has fun.
You're swimming in a lot of free money when it comes to crypto. Just money printed out of thin air.
No, there's
there's lots of it, bro.
No.
I don't know where you've been looking, but there's lots of it.
There was
and these people are so
2018.
serious and so stiff and so boring. And I'm like, dude, you guys are in the best time in human history to be alive. Like, this is probably going to be the technology that gives us more real freedom than even the time of the American Revolution. So,
yes, sir, that's a fact.
And people just don't get it. Like, you guys should be celebrating like we are. Us Hexicans celebrate every day. And trustless interest doesn't hurt. So
it's funny. If you look at the Hex Asian streams, I used to even do a chart portion there. I rarely even do that nowadays.
Yeah.
It's like, what else is it to talk about?
Yeah. Dude, the Hex Asian stream has become one of the funniest streams out there, bro. One of the funniest, man. Those guys and yourself, Wales, are just a bunch of characters, man. I love it.
It's the funnest stream, man.
Looks on everything.
Yeah, I know, right? You guys are hilarious, but yes, looks aren't everything. That's what I thought it'd be.
Oh, man. I mean, it's just about having a good time, like you said, man. And, we talk about crypto for sure, but we also focus on what matters. And, that's maintaining your security, knowing what's going on. And every stream does a good job of that.
Yep. So at the very beginning of Hex, I did a Quattro Cinco stake, like day 6.
Wow.
And it was
salute.
That's a lot
of Hex, bro.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
Well, and it was like 600,000 Hex at the time. Ooh. And at the time, I'm like, $30,
right.
Man.
You didn't even give a shit. That's so funny.
I'm looking at this, and I did it on just some random Metamask wallet. And I'm like, oh shit, I better keep track of that one because that's gonna be worth something in the future.
Yeah,
I didn't even think, we'd be at this point a year, 18 months after release. I thought this is like a 3-5 year mark at this point that I thought we'd be at.
I mean, it's funny. I remember when I first started buying Hex. I think when I got to like 50,000 Hex, I was like, damn, I don't really need that much more Hex. But then prices were just so low that it was like, how the hell could I not keep buying?
Yeah.
So I just kept buying, and I'm still buying.
I know. Well, I looked at it as, okay, so it's one of the highest supply availability coins on the market.
Yes.
So you're going to need, a couple million or something, like
really?
You're going to need that. And now I look at it and I'm like, man, my mindset was all wrong. Like having thousands of hex is kind of going to be a big deal in the future. It's almost already a big deal.
It's already a big deal.
Yes, exactly. Like 10,000 hex is going to cost you $1,000, guys.
Hold on, 1,000,000 hex is 90,000. Is what? Where are we? $79,000. 1,000,000 hex.
Yeah,
that's an annual salary for a good job.
Mm-hmm.
People were getting that
annual salaries depends on where you
are. Right, depending on where you are in America, right? That's a very good job. Like everybody doesn't just get $80,000 a year here. You understand? Not even in New York.
How much is kind of average for America?
50,000 maybe.
I think Wales is right on. Is it 54?
54, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just under 90K in big cities and just over 30,000 in small rural areas. So I think on average it's about 54 sounds right to me.
I'll make 100,000 a year. I'll tell you because it doesn't matter. Because in New York, who the hell doesn't make 100,000 a year?
Yeah,
like it doesn't even, and it doesn't matter here. That's how inconsequential the dollar is. It's like making 50,000 a year.
Yeah,
it's crazy because things are so expensive depending on where you live.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to have 1,000,000 hex, like that's something, man. That's something.
Yeah, and I didn't think it would be this serious of money at this point in time. Like we were thinking at this point we'd be at 1.5 cents.
Crazy, huh?
You go back to the early streams, you're like, a year and a half from now we'll be at like 1.5 cents, and you're like, we blew past that.
Even guys, 1 million can earn you like really nice amount of money in a month or two.
Yep.
And
because you're getting double. I keep on forgetting that.
I know, me too. I don't know how I keep forgetting that because I stream about it twice a week. But you're gonna get a duplicate here in a minute.
Yeah, that's true, man.
This is funny, man. So
I mean, honestly, I gotta be honest, and I don't really say this much on streams, but
you're never honest.
Well, not when it comes to this.
Now he's honest.
Not when it comes to this. I don't.
You heard it on this show first.
I gotta say, I really don't care much about Pulse. I really want the opportunity to jump in Hex all in, like a lot of you guys did back in it. Like that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Wales, you said one stream, do you want the substrate, the infrastructure, or do you want the money printer? And
right.
I thought, I want the money printer. Pulse is going to be great, and there's going to be price appreciation, and I'm going to participate in it, but I'm in this for Hex.
Yeah.
I am in this for Hex.
All the way, man.
So Wales, you're planning to buy up all the supply?
If I'm lucky.
If he can,
You have to time it. You have to
that's going to be. I'm taking
ready the first
I'm taking like the day off, bro. Like I'm taking days off if need be. Like I'm not playing games.
Me too.
Like it's serious.
I'll be in the office. I'll just have my door shut with a do not disturb sign on it.
Right.
With my crypto computer. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you got your crypto laptop out."
Somebody call compliance.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, fortunately, I own my agency, so I dictate my own hours and in my time. So
perfect.
I hired 3 people, and we're looking to hire a 4th person this year. And I went from being me and my wife to being 5 of us. Almost. Well, there's going to be 6 of us here soon. And I'm trying to get myself out of the day-to-day because managing your security and making sure you're positioned right for Pulse, and then having more time with my family. I've never spent this much time with my kids in the summertime when they've been off from school.
Wow.
And it's all thanks to Hex. And Hex has made all of this possible. Because now I can take all the income out of the business and dump it right back into building the business and put it pretty much on autopilot.
Wow.
As Richard would say, do a testimonial.
Well, I did a testimonial.
What, did it have tears?
That's basically a testimonial. I can just go to that.
Yeah,
Markable's
not
got
good
it.
unless you're blubbering.
I don't have any tears.
Markable took care of it.
Yeah,
You gotta
Markable's got me taken care of.
Spray some soap flakes in your face if you can't get the tears to come out.
There you go. Hey, that's a great idea. But going back to my statement. By the way, you can buy these at Crypty Girl's shop. So I like this.
Oh, okay.
Even
that's
says
what people are getting them from.
says Crypty on the side there. So cryptyshop.com, I think is what it is.
Yep.
Hex is financial freedom, and these are actually really quality, high quality shirts. They're not as high quality as the ones I've got being shipped to me right now.
Does it come with the inflatable
But yours are
pectorals?
never coming, dude.
I know.
Yours are just a scam.
It's Promise Coin, bro.
4 weeks.
I got the Promise
Promise
Coin
shirt. Promise shirt.
Yeah, actually, I need to double check on that, see where that's at. It's on a ship somewhere.
Yeah.
I hope it went the right way.
Yeah, somewhere.
Hope it's not getting stuck in the Suez.
I think
Canal
RGF has all of them.
Hex Asians
He
will check
probably
on it for you.
Right? Hex Asian.
They'll check on it for us. All right.
Those have been shipped for 4 weeks. 4 weeks, guys. In 4 weeks, we'll have some shirts. 4 weeks.
Hey, KNTX, I think I have things kind of stitched together. There are a couple people that I talked to in chat that were hoping to see this, but I don't know. It's your call whether or not we go through with it or try to. Because I think I can share a screen even if I can't share my camera.
Do you have time for that right now?
Hey, have you been through it before? It takes like 3 minutes. But it's up to you. It's up to KNTX.
With you, like,
He's the
it
ringleader.
took us a few hours because.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You want to try it? All right. Well, let's try it. All right. Okay.
John B says Markable's Viking ship intercepted.
That's what happened to it. Well, it's better than
Nothing goes over.
Hexander's. Better than Hexander's. Ship equals kayak. Kayak. They are lost at sea by crypties. Hey, thanks, bro. Appreciate that.
All right.
Appreciate that.
It's kind of a two-part thing with a break while I enter in the speed. So, we can go through the first 2 minutes and then you guys can talk amongst yourselves while I'm putting the seeds in. And at the end, we'll have a full migration of the seeds into a new Trezor Model 1.
Okay. Ready for you to share your screen.
I share my screen. I dox myself. You see my porn. I'm a little bit nervous about this. Let's see if it works.
As long as there's no booby available
I don't
on
want
the
to see a
sheets.
naked Papa B.
How's that
No,
look?
I
Does
don't
that look
see
good or is that not good?
We don't have anything.
I see nothing.
Hold on. Window.
Here's
And-
no problem.
Have you clicked start virtual camera or no?
No. I'm not going to do that. Hold on a second. Is this the one? I do not know. Oh, here. Maybe this one.
Oh,
Is that it?
Swing
no,
and a miss.
it's
There
a
it
good thing
is.
that
Is that it? Is that me?
this is
It's
YouTube.
the wrong. That's the wrong one.
Some
This
YouTube.
is a YouTube.
Hold
of
on.
us.
Wrong screen.
It's a good thing that
No,
Will
no,
keeps
it's
here
okay. It's
to
okay. It's okay. We'll
upgrade
get
the
it.
quality
You
of the
got
stream,
it. Hold on.
because this is
All you see is my porn collection. Hold on a second. Try it again.
we've been testing this for
StreamYard,
weeks.
this one?
people.
Is this better?
It could have closed.
How's that?
one side.
I hope that Pulse works better than your demonstration.
Is that better? All right, that's
Yes.
better.
well?
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
can
see us
the
in our
StreamYard.
private chat. Nice. All right.
Yeah,
So
you
check
can
this
see
out.
Me wrecking the chat again.
Whee! This guy's an idiot. So as you see, I've installed this beautiful MetaMask up here at the top. Okay, and you notice it's the account is already set up. You already have this done. Imagine that you've got your account set up. You've got a little bit of ETH here for gas, so that's what you're going to use as an identifier to know that you actually did this transfer effectively. And so you would see a little bit of ETH right here.
Real
And of
quick,
course-
Papa B.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Are you in MetaMask right now?
I am. Do you
Because
see
we
it? or
can't
no?
see that.
Click on the MetaMask tab.
Yeah, click on
Oh,
the tab.
we got to extend it. Okay, hold on.
You can't see the.
How about
the
this?
pop-up.
How about no? Because we only got one thing, one view sharing. Hold on. Okay, and then I gotta show this one too.
Yeah,
Let's
now
try
we can
this.
see this one.
Can you see this one now?
Yep.
Yeah, we can
Yep.
see this.
Beautiful. All right. So as I said,
You have.
this is your
you're broke,
MetaMask
brother.
account.
You're
Yeah, you
I'm,
broke.
I'm totally broke. I lost it all. I traded and I lost it all, guys. I need some hex. Please
He
contribute.
gave me his private keys.
I did. All right. So take this. This is kind of be like a magic show. So markable. Can you remember B5A8 for me, just in case?
C5A8. Yeah.
Okay, good, thanks. All right, so the key is that imagine that this account has a little bit of ETH for gas, and this is the MetaMask account that I originally got my hex a long time ago, and I staked from it without a hardware wallet, which is not really great for security, right?
Mhm.
So I've got to now acquire, and I'm going to reshare my screen so you can see my entire desktop. I think it's the best idea. Just a moment.
Just hide the porn, bro. That's all we ask.
Okay, I guess we're just going to do this.
Please don't
Share
hide
the whole
this one.
Just minimize it if you can, at least.
Hey, your miners are back. Will.
All right, now can you
This is
see
a
everything?
family-friendly show.
Yeah.
Blur
Okay.
the images.
Don't worry. Hi. Okay. See this over here? This is what you get when you start to restore your Trezor from installing the Trezor suite. And also you'll have to install Trezor Bridge just in case, because there is a workaround now because of some issues with Chrome 91. So I've gotten all the way through all the updates with the firmware, which was, good. And now I'll go to recover wallet. I will select 12 words, which will be the MetaMask seed that I have written down and I've held on to for a good long time in a safe place. I'm going to select advanced recovery right here. Let me get the screen out of the way. As you see, it says spell out each word of your recovery seed using your Trezor device. Standard recovery is you enter it into your computer. We don't want to do that. We want to do this. So we're going to press advanced recovery, and then I'm going to go about putting in the seed directly, letter by letter, into the Trezor. And this is where we take a break. I do so, and the gentleman
Disclaimer, be careful where you put your seed, guys.
Absolutely.
You guys got a lot of wealth to protect in the future. No need to pay child support for no reason.
Correct. I'm going to stop sharing now. Yep, I'm going to stop sharing now. You guys go about your conversation. I'll tell you when I've entered in the seed.
We will wait.
Yeah, we will just wait in silence.
Sing.
Big Pep, Warren
Elevator
Buffett
music.
teaches MetaMask.
I'm not gonna sing. I don't have a golden mic. It's hard to sing.
Yeah, if you come on this show with a golden mic, you better be prepared.
Everyone at some point, every Hex streamer should have a golden mic, and then we're all done karaoke.
D-Raj has set the standard.
Yes, set the standard. For sure. Yeah.
Would you like a slushy? Thank you. Come again. I love Siraj singing into his mic, man. That was just cracking me up so hard. But the funny thing is, I could understand him better. My pleb brain doesn't do accents very well. I said that last Tuesday. And so when he sings into that microphone, man, I hear him like clear as day, like he's speaking real English. So
he has a golden voice.
As we wait, Jeopardy music plays.
Don't wait. Imagine that I'm just a pleb putting this in, one by one.
Yeah, well, I don't have to imagine very hard.
Will just started singing. You started to talk. Stop it.
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
Sorry.
Don't let Papa B interrupt you, Wills. We're good.
Oh boy.
Glad to have Big Pep here. Thanks, Big Pep, for showing up. I know you can't always make it to these shows because you're working, but good to see you here, man. Miss Exquisite, thank you so much. Shows mad love to all the communities, especially the Hex Asians, and her awesome private pool parties. I hear so much about on these streams. So, you know what? It's not a bad idea, Papa B. A weekly stream on Hex security. Get her done.
Why not? Why not?
Yep, let's definitely do it.
I'd be there for colorful comments.
Of course.
You can be the Rex
It wouldn't
pleb.
be the same without you. Yeah.
I'm part of the winning team. Nice.
Dignity.
How long is your seed phrase? Huh?
Yeah.
No, hey, don't wait for me. I'm entering one by one on a two-letter. Yeah, it's
Donald Brandt. The answer is last week, and click on the link below for the affiliate link so we can get paid commissions so every Trezor you buy.
All right. I wish.
Next, Uncle Kevin Hex, next week on the Hex Asians, Golden Mike Karaoke Hour.
Oh yeah, I would be so down to being there. I would legit sing karaoke. I want to sing karaoke with Kevin, and I want to make fried rice with him.
I actually have a karaoke machine in my house. But you won't get me on singing karaoke. It's not really my thing. It's technically my daughter's
thing. Once Hex hits $1, Hex $1 karaoke stream. Can we make that a thing? No. Okay, we're not going to.
Yeah. No, we can do it.
No,
it's got to be 80s music.
The hype is not there.
Music, you know, kinetics.
Yeah. Okay.
So, guys, check this out. I got something cool I've been allowed to share with the community from the producer himself. So he reached out to Russell Brand's team about having Russell interview Richard. And their reply was as follows. Thank you so much for getting in touch and sharing this with Russell. We really appreciate you connecting with us. Thanks for your thoughtful suggestion, which I'll forward to the production team. Much love, Russell's team.
Huh, that's sweet. I love
Very
it.
much so.
That's
Very much so.
That's not a no. So
Exactly.
you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly.
I mean,
otherwise, they would really just say no, though. They would really just say no. Yeah.
Thanks, but at this time, we're not accepting new applicants. We're plenty busy. Yeah, I mean, there's a million things they could have said. So I'll take a forward on.
At this point, it would just be silly to ignore Richard.
So I always play the replay because it's usually the same mornings that we're streaming. But Patrick Bet David has his PBD podcast Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I usually watch because there's a lot of relevant news that they go over in their podcast. So, and that's kind of how I get my news nowadays because I don't watch mainstream media. I don't need the brain. I don't need the brain freeze of having to sift through all the propaganda. But it's pretty cool how they have a discourse back and forth on critical thinking about the topics. And I put in there because they were talking about crypto, and I put in the comments. I was like, "Hey guys, I love the show. Long time listener. I've been watching it long before you had the podcast. I've been a fan of Valuetainment since like 2016, I think, is when I started watching them." Said, but when did you guys become such chicken shits and why are you so scared to have someone of controversy on? I thought that was your whole big deal, is you weren't afraid to interview people with controversy. You guys had an interview lined up with Richard and then you stepped away from it because you got scared. Why? So
you said that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
I've said
you actually said chicken shits?
No, I didn't. I kept it a little more
chicken shit
than that. That's right. But I was trying to call him out because, man, that was their whole thing. He wasn't afraid to talk to who's the big conspiracy theorist 5G guy during the COVID time that everyone's videos were getting taken down when they did interviews with them. And Patrick Bet David's on Valuetainment is the only one that didn't get taken down. They pre-approached Google with a legal with their lawyers, essentially with an illegal opinion on why it shouldn't be taken down, and they didn't get theirs taken down. But I was like, if you guys are gonna interview these controversial people, and then you have Pomp on, you interview Anthony Pompliano, who is just the ultimate bag shiller with no substance behind anything he says, but you won't talk to someone who's actually willing to tell the truth about crypto. Kind of shitty, man. I'm really disappointed in the Patrick Bet David team for that, because I thought they were the guys that weren't afraid to talk about controversial things. And they want the discourse, according to them. They want to research all angles and let the watcher decide for themselves. So let people know the truth about crypto by having someone on there other than Craig Wright and Anthony Pompliano, man.
Yeah, people that actually know something.
I agree.
Great. So as you can see, back to me, I've already entered in all the seed phrases. They're all in. It said seeds have been accepted. You've moved on to creating the pin. Create a nice strong pin. Confirm on the device like so. And we're going to do, of course, the 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't do 0, 0, 0, 0.
5, 6.
Also, don't do 5, 5, 5,
7. Here's the trick. Here's the switch. 9. Repeat the pin. Damn it! I've forgotten it. What have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay, so we're good to go. It's verifying, as you can see
That would have
here.
been a huge fail. I would have been like, dude, thanks for wasting the last 20 minutes.
All right. So look, guys, you're in. You activate the coins. The only one that matters is going to be ETH, right? For this thing, you complete the setup. Setup is complete. Access the suite. And you got to reconnect the Trezor. But the point is, now I will reconnect it. And what we're going to see when I log in with my PIN We're going to do the same pin that we just did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. All right. So remember, Markable, what were those 4 things we were supposed to actually check?
Cool.
What were we checked for accounts? What were you supposed to check?
What I should check in account? What do you mean?
What was the address that we were supposed to check?
Oh, B5.
Right on. Okay.
A8.
So, okay, great. So we got the seeds written down. So what we can do in terms of risky behavior, we can actually go back here. We'll reinstall MetaMask completely. And then you'll see that B5A8 would have been duplicated. Right now, what we can do is go up here and we can connect hardware wallet. We select Trezor. Connect. And now this is really important because you're actually allowing to export the public key. There is no passphrase. We did not set up a passphrase account, so you can just hit enter. We see the first address. It is grayed out, but you see right there it's B5A8. So you already know that this device has that same address. Is now the keys are accepted, and they're now active in 2 instances, one in your hardware wallet and one in your MetaMask. So with that, you have the confidence now that you see the same address here in the first one, right? You may not be able to check it. Why? Because nobody likes to have the same seed active between your hardware wallet and MetaMask. MetaMask doesn't even like it. So what you can do is cancel out of here, and with confidence, delete the instance of MetaMask here, uninstall it, and reinstall it again. You're going to generate a new set of keys for this new MetaMask. But you see where it says account 1 right here? Well, guess what? You're never going to use anything that's labeled account 1 again. You're going to go back to the new instance of MetaMask, which I hope you can see that I just brought this up. Maybe you can't. Okay. And I'm going to take the drop down and click connect hardware wallet. And when I do, after I've reinstalled a new instance of MetaMask, this will no longer be grayed out. Okay. It's going to have that same address available, and you press unlock. And at that point, you know you are a lot more secure because your seeds from your MetaMask have been ported over for once and for all to your hardware device. You will never use again anything in MetaMask as you open it up that says account 1. It's going to say Trezor 1 up here if you're using a Trezor, or it'll say Ledger 1 if you're using a Ledger hardware device. And that is the end of the port over. Any questions, class?
So just for a quick summary for everyone who wasn't paying attention at the beginning of class, this is how to take your instance of MetaMask to a hardware wallet. Make sure to delete that MetaMask once you have successfully ported that over to a hardware wallet. The Ledger version is very, very, very similar to the Trezor way of doing this. Make sure you delete that off. Hopefully you were smart enough to not copy your private keys or make a copy of your private keys in CSV form out of MetaMask itself before you did that. If you did, delete that off of your computer as well, multiple times. And then when you do download a new MetaMask, you will have access to that those stakes as well as any other funds in that wallet via the hardware wallet. And it's no longer stuck on the computer on your MetaMask. So.
This is very important to do. Do not rely only on MetaMask on your browser extension. Please get a hardware wallet because Hex is going to the moon. And when it does, you're going to be saying, what? How do I port this over and increase my security posture at that time? Do it now while you still have an 8.5 or 8 cent Hex. And when it gets up to $8, you won't have to redo this later. And that's about it.
So a dry erase board is bad? Not if you're writing on it with permanent Sharpie marker. It's not too bad. But
right thanks for your patience, everyone.
Yeah, I think that's actually very important that we went over that. So thank you, Papa B, for giving some kind of tutorial on. I'm going to rename this video when we get done. Since obviously we don't have Alaskan Prepper on there and it's not a full how to buy and how to stake, but rather how to back up your hardware wallet tutorial in here. You have to almost watch till the end. So good. Maybe that'll help our views.
Right on, cool. You know,
We'll
I would say
finally have
it's a seed migration from MetaMask to hardware wallet.
Yes. Seed migration from MetaMask to a hardware wallet. You guys got that? That's definitely a good thing to have. Good thing to know. Yeah, because it's amazing how quick a little bit of hex, as we said earlier, became something valuable.
Yep. I used to fight with people in chat. There was a guy named Old Man Hex, and I'm calling him out. Way back in the early days, I said, guys, you ought to start with a hardware wallet. It's $50. Why wouldn't you just do that to have that extra level of security, that extra security posture, just beginning level 1 at very least? And he barked back at me in chat, fighting. We used to fight. He said, none of my onboards are that technical. They'll never understand exactly how to do it past getting them on MetaMask. MetaMask is already too difficult to do. God damn it. I'm not going to tell any of my onboards. And I said, all right, good luck staying wrecked, because you are you doing this on a computer that you've freshly wiped, and have you taken all these other precautions? No. How about your router? You know that can actually be hacked too. Oh, what? Oh, do you use thumb drives ever? Oh, huh? So I would say,
hey, Benny Bills, you can also tattoo your seed phrase in the inside of your eyelids.
Oh yeah,
that's what I did.
I actually tattooed mine in the inside of my urethra.
Can't lose it there.
Wow,
that's funny. So yeah, my reaction to that, listening to you and the Old Man Hex debate, is I agree the hardware wallet is superior. But for those that don't want to learn that extra step, I have some of my new onboards. I've had them buy a brand new Acer Asus, because they're not manufactured in China. They're out of Taiwan.
Good.
And have them hardwire it to their router and only use it for crypto. And of course, make a copy of their seed phrase.
Yeah. It's a good start. It's a good start, right? But yeah. I've instructed the two gentlemen next to you, both Markable and Peter, to actually get this ported over just like we saw, and also inscribe their seeds into 1 millimeter thick, commercially pure titanium, right? Which they've sourced as per my request on eBay from Israel. And they got all those things, itched them in, and they're good to go. And also, most importantly, you should really understand, once again, that once you have a hardware wallet and you have a compromised system, it is that level of security still intact for you to be able to work it out. But if you generate the 24-word seed phrase from the hardware wallet fresh, or if you're doing exactly what I'm saying with the migration, remember that you are basically putting a suit of armor on a wounded soldier already by doing this port over. If it's already compromised, you're compromising it, but you're locking away on your hardware wallet. What you want to do is, as your stakes mature, you're going to take the liquid hex and port it over to a second wallet, or to your staker app smart wallet, which is a Gnosis safe. This and only this last step will definitely ensure that you finally have your security posture taken care of. You don't want to just simply say, I've done it, it's on the hardware wallet, it was generated in MetaMask. No, not enough. You want to generate it in the hardware wallet itself with a 24-word seed phrase, or the Gnosis step. Those two are the next step.
All right. Well, any questions, guys? Oh, by the way, Children of the Grave has a point. Old Man Hex has since passed, so don't speak ill of the dead.
Oh, no. Well, what do you know? I
Really?
hope he had a survivorship plan in place.
No, I don't think he is. He's just being a troll.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, that is some dark shit.
You guys, this is true. Wealth takes some work.
Yes.
Do what you can to protect it. It's worth the work.
Can you please work for me? T-shares already work for me.
That becomes if you have enough T-shares where that becomes your full-time job, that's not a bad full-time job to have. So
damn straight.
So, well, I appreciate everybody. Thanks everybody over on Theta as well. I'm just handing out gifts like hotcakes over there. So we've got some new followers today. So we appreciate you guys over there. And I appreciate everyone for joining us. Funding Jim is live streaming. Okay, great.
All right.
Everyone
Nice.
head over to Funding Jim and harass that guy and tell him that we're glad he
hit
didn't
all
die.
the dislike buttons and don't tell him anything.
Yeah, everybody head over there. Exactly. Everyone head over there and hit the dislike button, thumbs down button. Head over there as soon as we're
That's
done.
so terrible.
That is awesome. Hey, any
Hit the
engagement's good
COVID survivor
engagement.
button.
That's right. All
Hey,
right. Which is the thumbs down?
Kinetic,
Yes, sir.
you know what to do.
Yes, I do.
Outro.